We had a fun day today. I think can we not mute everyone? Because I don't like just talking to myself. I'd rather have more of a conversation than me just like I just babble when I spew. I don't know.
Could I propose a good middle ground?
Yeah.
Where instead of them typing out their full questions, just putting their name into a queue, and then one at a time that person unmutes and asks the question themselves.
Oh, that's fine with me. Yeah, that's
That way you'd still be talking to somebody, but we don't have everybody talking at once.
okay. That works. Okay. All right. Okay, so Q&A. All right, who's got questions? Dawn already asked one. As a lot of you probably have heard, there was a settlement with the law, or we are in the process of a settlement with the lawsuit between Sable and Fog. I cannot disclose everything because we thought it was finalized, but apparently it is not completely finalized. And until every signature has been collected and everything is completely done, it's still subject to change. So I can't tell you what's in the settlement, nor we've just seen, Torque and I have seen the settlement agreement and or summary, and we had we received that several weeks ago, and we've been the two of us have been trying, because again we're not allowed to share that information legally yet, even with the BOD. We've been trying to come up with according to these, what we've seen already, what kind of things might come up, how we might react. And he had reached out to Fog and reached out to Ross. And apparently during the course of some of these conversations, the concept came up that the BOD was going to force a lifting of a ban. And that's not going to happen. First of all, Torque was looking at a part of the Corpora, which we already knew from the Clalibus incident 3 years ago, which I was still on the board for, that the BOD cannot overturn a ban. And so that wasn't going to happen. And people are speculating on stuff that hasn't happened yet, hasn't been voted on yet, hasn't even been presented to the board yet. And we're, nothing like that's going to happen. If any suspensions are lifted, they will go through the due process. They will go to the suspension committee. The suspension committee will look at it, vote on it, and I will follow the suspension committee's recommendations as is laid out in our Corpora. Neither Torque nor I have any intentions of not following Corpora, breaking with anything else, and we want to follow this stuff to the letter because we cannot afford to get sued again. All right, so hopefully people will understand that this was a giant misunderstanding and that nothing is actually happening, nor has any information been released to the public yet, nor has the BOD been even talked about having a vote yet, and nothing has happened, nor will anything happen that's against the Corpora. So, I can't see the questions. I hope that
I've got it for you.
All right. The thing on my head is that Lala gave this to me at my knighting. I thought it was cute. What do you mean, what the heck is on my head? Okay. Not a kingdom-wide one. I know that Wickerwood used to have one. In fact, I still have a ton of Wickerwood coins. But I've only been playing for 6 years. It's very possible that one existed before I started playing. I'm not opposed to doing that. Unfortunately, I don't know how we would make that work unless we do it online. Bitcoin right now, some not real Bitcoin, some sort of online currency, since we can't even meet anymore. But it's you know, anything that makes the game fun, I'm in favor of doing. So yeah. Does it really look stupid?
It looks beautiful, Surreal.
It looks fine. It's just hard to tell what it is with such a small camera.
It's a headband, and then it has this like thing with little coiny things, but I had to tuck my bangs under because otherwise it was laying funny. Yes, ma'am.
Hello.
Hi, Admiral.
I love your headdress.
You're the one with the hat, right? And the dress with all the hand-sewn beads?
Yeah, that's me.
That was amazing. Okay. The dress. Everyone's gushing over your hat, but I was gushing over the dress. All of those hand-sewn beads. I'm sorry, what's your question?
Thank you. So what advice would you have for, let's say, first-time queen? What is like common misconceptions or common mistakes made by first-time kingdom monarchs?
Well, I am a first-time kingdom monarch. You cannot make everyone happy. It does not matter what you do. And some kingdoms are more I want to say maybe what's the word I'm looking. Some kingdoms thrive on conflict and are a little bit more quick to pull out the pitchforks. But you cannot make everyone happy, and it does not matter what you do. Someone is going to complain, and some people will complain a lot. The best thing you need to do is try to be fair, impartial, and calm. So if you are angry, don't make a decision then. You need to calm down and make decisions from a place of calm instead of knee-jerk reactions. And if you need to have a group of trusted people that you can bounce ideas off of and say, okay, is this too harsh? Is this not harsh enough? I want to be fair, and I want to do what needs to be done, but I don't want to have a knee-jerk anger reaction because this person really just pissed me off. You've got to be calm and fair, because there's no room in the monarchy for vengeance. That's not what it's about. And I don't know your kingdom well. And y'all are brand new, and hopefully y'all don't have some of the 30-year-old grudges that we have in the CK. But people get angry and they hold on to it. And sometimes I've seen in other kingdoms as well, people get in positions of power and they're like, okay, I'm going to use this to get back at everybody who's ever pissed me off. Well, that's not what it's about. You need to be fair. You need to be impartial and follow the process. If you can't get, you've got to be able to follow the process and follow the Kapora, go by the book. And that way, even when the people are angry at you and go, we hate Dad, you can say, I followed the Kapora. And you follow procedure. They don't have to like your decision, but you did what you were supposed to do in accordance with the way your Kapora is written. And good luck. I hope that answered the question. That's why I'm like, I can't see your face. I don't know.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Right. There's going to be a lot of petty. And sometimes you'll get shocked by the petty. You're just like, are you really complaining about this? But you need to listen to everyone, make sure everyone feels heard, even if you don't agree with them, and be there for your kingdom. Exactly. Make sure that if someone texts you, that you text back in a reasonable amount of time. Not always, within 5-10 minutes, but within a reasonable amount of time. But then you also do have boundaries. I mean, if it's the middle of the night, you don't have to answer because it's the middle of the night and you have a right to sleep. Or be like Alan and take a nap every afternoon. Okay. That's another good comment. Yeah, it's Midnight's turn. Midnight.
Okay, so everybody has an idea of what a traditional reign would be like, meeting in person, doing big events, and having to travel to do things, kingdom visits and such. So how has this current situation impacted you on what you thought a range should have been for you?
Well, it hasn't been anything like what I pictured a reign to be as, like when I first put in my intent to run for Monarch. Obviously, I mean, it's hard. I know that we're trying, we're trying to keep people interested. We're trying to have online events. We had our Dragon Master last week, and I know that Eva tried very hard to make it really great, and not that many people participated. And know that, me personally, I have not done much during the shutdown. My creative juices are gone. I barely could make myself a mask. I've just been buying masks. I don't even want to sew a mask. I don't want to do anything. I'm sitting my ass on the couch. That's what I'm doing every day, and eating a lot. And it's no, this is not what I imagined a reign to look like. But at the same time, I've been really leaning on people like Catrissa. I'm sorry, I can say it wrong. Catrissa and Allura Dragon, the people that have the really big online resources. It's like this event right now. Catrissa set this up, and we're gonna have classes. We're gonna have contact. We've got this Minecraft server where, if you don't, that we can go and play. We're doing the best that we can to keep everyone as involved as we possibly can. And it's hard because we all love the events. I mean, that's personally, I live down here. I have very few close friends that I'm close to, which, Dawn and Claudia are pretty, and Joey are my best friends down here. And I haven't gotten to see my friends very much. I get to go to Dawn and Claudia's, and they'll tell you I don't shut up for 4 hours. I just sit there and talk nonstop, because it's like, other than that, I'm at home with me and my kids, or me and my dog. And so it's hard, and trying to keep people excited when it's not just keeping Amtgard excited. People aren't motivated by anything right now. A lot of people are struggling with depression and being isolated, and they're scared. Some people are out of work. Some people, like me and Catrissa, we're teachers. We're dealing with trying to figure out how we're going to teach and still stay safe. We can't quit. So, I mean, everyone's or the people who are the essential workers are working overtime in dangerous situations. They come home, they're exhausted. So I think everyone right now is struggling with everything. And hopefully, we can all reach out to each other a little bit more. And then sometimes, like, people don't want to reach out, like, depending on how they act when they're depressed. So it's a matter of, trying to provide as much as we can online, and then making sure that we do have places for people to reach out and try to interact with each other as much as possible. As far as, it is what it is, and some people, we don't know when this is going to end. We don't. There's no way of telling. I mean, my magic 8 ball, I don't have one, but like Thad was saying earlier, some people are predicting till next July. We don't know. So it's a matter of, this might be Amtgard for this year. I don't know.
So, follow-up question to that. With all of that being said, would you be planning on running again for the reign, since you already have this kind of...
I am not planning on running again, mostly because I would like to, I want to focus on Spring War. We have a new site, and we have no bids. Other than Crix and I were putting together a bid. I'm not sure what the status of that is. I'm still putting in a bid. Hopefully, we can get. We don't. I want to focus on Spring War, because I think it's, if we can have a Spring War, and again, we're not going to know yet. I would like to have it, as good as we can possibly make it in our new site. I do know that we probably aren't going to have another 500-person event. It'll probably be much smaller. And within, we got to wait and see. We don't know what's going to happen, but I want to focus on Spring War, because I'm really worried about losing the momentum that we have in Spring War. And quite frankly, I haven't heard of anyone who else is interested in a bid. And I'm sure everyone's terrified because they don't have the site issue is terrifying. So, No, I'm not planning on running again. I don't know that in fact, I keep telling Preston I'm never running for Monarch again, period. He always laughs at me and says, you said that last time, and then you're going to do it again in a while. I know you, and I tell you not to do it, and I told you so. And but no, not right now. Definitely not right now.
Thank you, Surreal.
Preston's typing. I can see it. All right, questions? Anybody? Oh, you won't say you told me till it's over? Okay. Yeah, he won't actually say I told you so until it's over. That's comforting.
So I'm sorry, this is Starshine. You're talking about things that have made it difficult. What strength have you got? What areas have outshone? Like, I would not normally be in this group, but it came across it. I'm from North Dakota. So to me, that's a positive. Like, I've been in contact with some of you and I finally get to meet you. What other strengths of this, or what positive, do you know what I mean?
I do, and there are some positives that have come out from this. Online classes are a new thing. We kind of, some people would do online streaming every now and then, but overall, we did our classes online, and the fact that you can watch a class, we haven't been utilizing that. We haven't been reaching out and utilizing all the tools that we have for virtual learning in Google Classrooms. And even this kind of connection, because we don't have to wait for an event to have a Discord. The CK can have their own Discord up all the time. We can have CK tabletop gaming groups all the time. There are ways that we can utilize what we are learning from online, from being forced to do online, that can greatly extend and color and add to our live event, our live Amtgard experiences once we can go live again. And then it's seeing people care for each other. When people, like with Pirate, losing his home, and seeing, of course, our community come together and really try to support him, and then seeing people supporting each other online and trying to be positive. When if you look online, Facebook does tend to be negative a lot, but when someone says I need a perk up, instantly people start posting things like I need pictures of my animals to make me happy, and they'll have 300 pictures of their animals like quickly. And so seeing that people do care for each other and are still reaching out to support one another, that's definitely been a positive.
Thank you.
You're welcome, and welcome to the CK. Yeah, North Dakota. Whoop. Red Thunder, that's Ryn. I just got that. Yes, Ryn, you should be proud of it. It's freaking amazing.
It's only generation 1. She needs to do 7 more.
Y'all, leave her alone. She's okay. Let her fingers rest. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I think the only one. Yep. That's my dog. Someone's walking in front of our house, and he has to go protect it.
Your dog had some choice phrases.
Right. The only underage person I know of that's listening and that I know is actively listening is Alora Dragon, and I know that Alora Dragon has heard lots of choice phrases from her parents. So as long as Dawn and Claudia are okay with it, which I'm pretty sure they are, I'm okay with it too. My kids are at their dad's, and they wouldn't listen anyway. But I mean, yeah, I mean, obviously it doesn't have to be completely PG-13, but let's not go overly crazy. I mean, yeah. You know. Yeah, this isn't 1 o'clock in the morning at an Amtgard party when all the kids have gone to bed. So, don't do a COC. Let's just, yeah. But you know, yeah, please guys, ask questions. Is there anything else coming up? Any other things you want to know about? Not a whole lot's happening. We are starting the negotiations with Spirit Haven. That's again, when we can actually have events again, that's where we're gonna go. That's where Spring War is gonna be. Um, uh, I don't know what else people want to know about.
I feel like you're doing great this reign.
Well, I'm trying. My friends know that when I get really stressed out, I start texting and I try really hard to not say what I want to. But yeah. So but yeah, any other Amtgard CK questions, Amtgard questions? Um Alas, that is the question for the ages. No one knows the answer to that. So yes, Dalin, 12.
No. As much wood as a woodchuck would if a woodchuck could chuck wood.
Okay.
That is the official answer.
Epi, that's entirely if we can figure out how to do one online or with social distancing. I would love for you to run a tourney. That's the reason we couldn't have Weapon Master is I don't think we could figure out a way to do it safely. And I don't know of any park that's open for us to have more than 10 people there.
What about doing a relic quest?
Again, same thing. If we can figure out I am open. If you guys can figure out a way, delegate. If you guys can figure out a way to make it happen safely in a location that would allow us to meet, go for it. Again, though, we're not going to break any city, county, state guidelines. And a lot of cities are still shut down. I know my county, our county, Dawn and Claudia, we're in a stay-at-home order still, right? Aren't we? Yeah, we're still in a stay-at-home order. And I'm predicting, I am not all wise and all knowing. I predict that when schools start opening, I predict that COVID is going to start spreading faster, and I predict other counties are going to be shut down as well. But that's my prediction. I could be wrong. Of course. Diablo tourney would be fun. We can hey, you guys, if we want to have Diablo tourneys, if we want to have Minecraft tourneys, if we want to get on and create our own WoW guild and go kick ass on WoW, let's do that too. Any ideas you guys have? Huh? Okay. Well, any ideas that you guys have? If you want to take the lead and start a CK, guild in this game or that game, go ahead. Anything that gets our people involved in doing something together, I am 100% for, and I will give credit for it. If you're playing a WoW game together, yeah, I was a WoW addict too. I don't like to talk about the dark days. Yes. But yeah, absolutely. Any activities that you guys could play. I mean, if we want to start I don't know how we could start an online tabletop game, but anything that you guys do with more than one person, you know, if it's just you, but if it's you and a buddy doing something together, and I yes, go ahead, do it, make it CK, because you know anything we can do to keep each other in touch with each other and to boost some sort of participation, I'm 100% behind.
I would like to make a little announcement to that effect. House Sparkle will be starting a once a night weekly gathering in the evening called the Sparkle Speakeasy, where we can all get together and we can just drink and have fun and socialize, and it'll be during the socializing time. So within a speakeasy, you know, it's a little more fun. We plan on doing some bardics, some singing. We have great instrumentalists that will perform for you guys. I will be posting it in the Kingdom page and also be putting it on the announcements in the Discord about when and what time that will take place. So it is BYOB, because unless you want to come over here in San Antonio and drink with me. But yes, the Sparkle Speakeasy will be open in about 2 weeks.
I can't give people credit for mowing your lawn. I'm sorry, that's a little bit reaching.
That's Druid credit right there.
Oh. I don't know. I mean, that's getting a rose, not a credit.
You only get the barbarian credit if you cut the grass with a battle axe.
Oh, there we go. That would be funny.
I endorse this.
All right, does anybody else have any? This is easy. I thought we were going to have lots of serious, hard questions. Did anybody? Yeah, I know. Did anybody have any more questions about what we opened with on the settlement? Anything like that that I can answer? No. Yes.
Chirp,
It's
chirp.
not completely finalized, Epi. We're still waiting some final signatures. It was settled. And if you I would like to make a comment about what settling means. If you'll bear with me, guys. Basically, the insurance company settled because it's cheaper for them to cut their losses and settle than to keep paying their expensive lawyer to fight it. I mean, realistically, the insurance company does not care who was right, who was wrong, who said what. Is this right? Is this land? They don't care. Their first loyalty and goal is to make money for their shareholders, their investors. So for them, you know, they don't care. They wanted the quickest, easiest, cheapest way to get out of this, and so they settled. And so, you know, I've heard people saying that someone won, someone lost. It's not. It's a settlement, and that means that like I said, the copyright suit that came out in the. Let me finish the settlement. So the idea is that no one really lost, no one really won. It's settled, and I can give more information about that when we can release all the details. And I am going to be looking at all the discovery documents that I can get a hold of. I do really want to answer, look at, you know, some of the information so that we can, you know, this guy said this guy said that, what's true, what's not. Well, hopefully we can clear some of that up. And then again, I'm going to be following the Capora, you know, so if we just, you know, if something comes out that we need to look at a ban or need to, you know, whatever, we're going to go through the suspension committee, and I'm going to follow the recommendations just like it's spelled on the Capora. Dallin can answer the copyright one. All right.
I'm not wearing appropriate clothing for camera, so
Now all of our imaginations are going bananas.
oh yeah.
Okay.
So the copyright lawsuit, basically, we're still in a holding pattern. So all of the filings have been done. We're waiting for Jesse Salang to, if he wants to do in-person hearings, he's got a file to speak before the judge panel. That deadline is, and I drank the vodka, so you're just out of luck.
Oh, dang. You drank the vodka. Ooh.
Well, I paid for the vodka to begin with.
Okay.
It was a gift. They forgot it. I drank it. But anyway, so yeah, and if he doesn't do it, I believe the deadline actually just passed. So, and he didn't file. So we're just waiting for the judge panel to get together and write their summary. We don't believe that we are going to lose at all. And so what's likely going to happen is if we win and they rule in our favor, we will have control of the trademark, but he's welcome to appeal it. But during the appeal process, unless he files an injunction and the new judge upholds the injunction, we can move forward with all of our nonprofit stuff and getting filed everywhere and everything like that. So we will control the trademark at that point.
Can I add something? Is that
Yeah, go.
Epi, what you said, how's the copyright suit? That's one thing that they were really good about explaining to us in this last comm meeting is it's not really a suit. It's not like a civil lawsuit where we're suing him for using Amtgard or he's suing us for using Amtgard. It's a trademark defense, basically, is that we have to prove in law or in a court of law that we have been using this trademark and copyright or this name for so many years, and that he was coming in and trying to use it without our permission. And so it works differently than regular lawsuits. In fact, like one of the things that MidReign came out with is they don't even go to court. It's like when they present their stuff, they're not presenting it to an actual person. They send it in like an email. So all of us have had this concept that this is a lawsuit, blah blah blah, blah, and it's not. It's different than what we're used to thinking about when it comes to this kind of stuff. So that might be a lot of where our frustration as people are coming from, and because until they explain that, I was like, I don't understand how this is working. But okay, I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought because I read his question. That has been put under review in the calm meeting. The many other kingdoms were also like, hey, that's a lot of money. We don't have that much money, especially since we're shut down. And so they're discussing it. It's under discussion. But again, I don't know how they can possibly expect kingdoms to pay that when we can't raise money because we can't even meet. So our major fundraisers are our events. And if we can't have our events, then, we don't have any money to pay them with. I mean, it's reality. You can demand all you want, but if no one has the money to do it, nobody's going to pay you. Yes, Eva has Q&A with Eva at 10. So please give her your attention and love and questions. Okay. Pepper. Oh, that's great. I didn't see the code. I thought I read the whole thing. Okay, I guess I skimmed it. Skimmed it. Yeah, right. Okay, so any other questions? What am I doing with my life? I'm writing curriculum. I've got a lot of curriculum to write. Yes,
So
good night.
when the Scribes Guild is currently starting to put together the next issue of the Stargazer, is there anything you would like to see in there from the populace?
Just entries. I'd like to see creativity, you know, people entering artwork and poems and short stories and anything that, you know, let's have fun with this and let's show off some of our skills. And
So the deadline for submissions for the next issue of the Stargazer is September 1st. So we have till the end of this month to get any submissions and entries. I will be taking those entries via Facebook. You can go to the Scribes Guild of the Celestial Kingdom on Facebook and submit anything you would like there.
Talia, if you look on the left-hand side, you see the menu, and if you scroll down to the bottom, there's a # role play, # tabletop gaming, and then role play channel. That's the role play channel. If you need help getting there, I hope you found it. Or just listen to Harley. She knows better than I do. On Sunday, just a shout out, I'm going to be, I'm not sure how I'm going to set up my camera yet, but I am going to be showing how to make Texas chocolate sheet cake, which is a recipe that originated with Lady Bird Johnson, or it's attributed to her. I'm sure, I don't know if she created it or if she's the one that made it famous. I think she's the one that just made it famous. But it's a Texas chocolate sheet cake. It's easy. It's good. It's great for family gatherings and potlucks. And and the list of ingredients went out in that really long post, or we can send you a copy of it. I think it just ask, and that way you can have everything ready ahead of time. It takes lots of butter. It's not good for you. Well, I was going to give it to the neighbors because I'm trying to eat healthy, and the kids are coming back on Monday. Dolan asked if I was making it for him. I was actually going to take it to the neighbor. Okay, Claudia, you can have it. Yeah, I'll bring it to you guys then. Do you want nuts on top or not? My family doesn't like the nuts on top, so I don't typically make it that way. But some people do, because the classic recipe calls for sprinkling pecans. But my family's like, no, we don't want it. I can do half and half. Really? Yeah, because see, half and half. My family was like, let's do half and half, and no one ate the nut side. Everybody ate the non-nut side, and I was like, so maybe I'll do a quarter and 3/4. So, Colin, it's going to be 3/4 without nuts and a quarter with nuts.
Are we supposed to cook
I'm gonna cook it in the same time. I just gotta figure out how to set my camera up in my kitchen. So I mean, it's gonna be theoretically like a cooking with Julia Childs, but I'm not Julia Childs. But yeah, okay. It's really hard to mess up a cake because it's very forgiving. It's not like one of those recipes where you must add things in certain order. You can dump it all in there and mix it up, and it's gonna come out okay. But okay, okay, okay.
You know you're now obligated to say bon appetit after the end, right?
Okay. Is that what Julia Child said? Because I never actually watched her. I just know she's famous and did the cooking show. At least I'm not gonna be like, it's raw like Gordon Ramsay. And be like, hello. I'd rather be Swedish Chef than Julia Child. That would be fun. I would do Swedish Chef cooking show. Crack the egg and put the- Yeah, that would be bad. Right? You're just it's a voice delay. Everyone else understands it but you. That's just mean. Right? You can write captions and make them up as we go. Oh, that could get really X-rated really badly, really fast, though. Oh, goodness. All right, we got 15 minutes left, people. Y'all have been really soft here. No hard questions except for the opening volley. Hi, Pepper. Well, I don't know if it's that or, it's really hard to have dumpster. Well, I mean, I guess we're capable of it, but I didn't want to knock on wood. It's kind of hard to. I'm not going to say it because then something cataclysmic will happen. I'm not going to say it. Never mind. No, I'm not challenging. I don't want to challenge fate. Exactly, Lumpy. I'm not tempting fate. I'm not going to say it. Anything could happen. Massive dumpster file. No justice for nuts. Well, I just don't like them on my baked goods. It's okay in an almond joy. Well, like you should.
We're just talking about a bag of nuts.
Right? I mean, and it goes in banana bread. You can't have banana bread without some kind of nuts in it, right? Am I wrong on this?
Wow.
My favorite recipe for what, Talia? She asked, "What's my favorite recipe of all time?" Are you talking about
For a bag of
making or
nuts.
baking?
Nuts, pineapple.
My favorite. Well, my favorite things to make are pies. And I like to my favorite is a chocolate meringue pie because I make my meringues super thick and the chocolate's really rich and chocolatey and yeah, thick. And people don't make meringue pies much. You get cream pie, which the top is a cream with cream, but I actually make a meringue. Um, so I like making pies, but which pies don't travel well. So it's not there. You can make you can make a like well fruit pies could travel okay, pecan pie travels okay, but I mean like this the main reason I make cookies is you get what did I miss something? Everybody's laughing. Okay. Well, I do. You never really see meringue. You got a big ass 4-inch meringue. Okay. Anyway, the reason I make cookies for events, and I've brought this up several times now, is they travel well and you can make one batch and it feeds lots of people. Cakes and pies don't do that. So that's yeah. And anytime I bake for the CK, it always has to be something, will it travel well? If I was to wake up one day as a goose, what would you do as my first order of goosely business? Geese are mean. So I guess if I woke up as a goose, I would automatically be mean. So I think I'd just start biting people who piss me off. What is your favorite part of being queen and your least favorite part of queen? My favorite part of queen is doing stuff like this. My least part of queen is drama. Or people who try to make problems out of things that really aren't that big a deal. And I don't want to say that everyone needs to be heard and know that their voice is heard and their concerns are there. But I mean, I think a lot of things could be solved if, I don't like. This might be a shock. I don't like everyone. I don't. But that doesn't mean I go to my event and I try to cause problem for this person. It's if you could go to an event, just stay away from them. You don't have to be in their face and you don't have to ruin their life because you don't like them. And the fact that you don't like this person doesn't have to be your obsession in Amtgard. And I think some people who literally live to hurt other people that they don't like in this game, it's crazy. So the drama is obviously very stressful. I mean, I started off my reign with issues in my own company, Go Raiders. And then, which I love my Raiders, and then we lost our site. And so that was super fun. Got to go find a new site. And now we've got the settlement stuff coming up. So, I mean, you've got to understand Monarch is really stressful in some ways, but I do have a great team. I've had Dolan and he's like my brother. It's awesome. And then, being able to, and then Jason Torque is really, really good on BOD too. We work very well together. So it's a matter of, I have a great team and I have the support structure I need to get stuff done. And I know that Sai, I'm looking forward to working with Sai. I have a feeling Sai and I are going to work together very well too. So it's just a matter of, you have a great team and then you do get to do fun things. The comm meeting was fun, apparently. And I guess my favorite part of the comm meeting is when we thought no one was watching and we all showed off our pets. And so everyone got to see Pepper because I moved my computer down to where he was hiding from the hurricane. But so, you get to do fun stuff like this. You get to... Oh, where he had, they didn't get to see that. And then, like, the inside jokes that Dolan kept doing in his background were hilarious. So that was funny too. And then, was that fun? I didn't realize people were watching that part, and I'm like kind of embarrassed because I think it showed the fur on the side of my couch when I showed off Pepper, but oh well. But yeah, he was hiding from the hurricane, so he wouldn't get on the couch. Well, he's not allowed on the couch. So I'm apparently a very mean and ugly pet mommy because I don't let Pepper on the couch. And Preston really hates that. He's not going to come on the couch, baby. He knows he's not supposed to be there, and you just upset him when you try to make him get there. What do you mean it's not what happened last time? He didn't get on the couch. He did not hop up onto your lap. You are making that up. When did he do that? Okay. I was sitting, well, no, he kind of got partly on the couch. He didn't like put his bottom up there. That was just kind of getting up. He wants to sit with me. I know, but you don't understand how bad this dog sheds. Okay. He sheds so bad. And I have drifts of dog hair around the house. And the side of the couch is covered with dog fur. And if I had him on the couch, it would be covered with dog fur too. Can it be spun? I do let Joey on the couch because I love my Joey. Okay, justice for Pepper. All right. Okay, this is a new hashtag. I don't know. I haven't swept this week Or these, I could gather a clump from the corners right now. It'd be like dog hair. Okay. I don't want to spin. I don't want to spin Pepper's hair, but Preston's right. If you want clumps of dog hair, you just move a chair or any other piece of furniture in my house, and there are drifts of it underneath because this dog sheds like it's crazy. Yes, we could make a genuine Pepper hair shirt. It'd be like straight out of the 101 Dalmatians because he's white with black spots. So now we've gone to spinning and making a shirt from my dog's shed pet fur. Okay. 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 Well, I don't particularly want to learn how to spin. That's something that I've never been like, ooh, I want to do this today. But if other people would like me to collect pepper hair and send it to them, I guess I could do that. But again, I could arrange for there to be lots of pepper fur in your future. Okay. Yeah, we have 6 minutes, guys. That's fun. I want to do that. I just know that geese are mean. I've had a friend growing up that they had geese, and you had to run from the geese. They would bite you. And anyone I've ever met who's had geese or been around geese are like, geese are mean. They're mean. So I'm like, I don't really, I guess if I got to, if I woke up one day and I was a goose, I'd automatically be mean. And it might be a little fun, I guess, to go bite all the people that I want to bite without feeling guilty.
Yeah, geese are pretty vicious if you bug them. Most of the time they just ignore you though, and they poop everywhere.
Okay, well that's all pets ever, but yeah. So now we've got geese memes. All right, anybody else?
What up?
Questions? Anyone? Other snacks? I don't. I have fruit. Who put himself in the dungeon? I don't want to put myself in the dungeon. I'm just. Who put himself in the dungeon? Oh, okay. All right. It's real easy, Eva. If you dial 1-800 Little Caesars, they'll bring you a hot and ready. You just got to pay for it yourself.
That's what happened at last MidReign.
Well, I mean, I can't. I know. I just at least Little Caesars delivers in some places, just not the Valley. Some places deliver. I can't get any food delivered. So, okay, Eva, that's scary, gross witch face. Oh my god.
I have one quick thing before you run off, Your Majesty.
Yes, sir.
We are going to be dropping the sword on Thad tomorrow at Wizards Academy in San Marcos. We're going to be live streaming it if we can, but we are definitely going to record it for you, okay?
Definitely, please do. I wish things could be so different and we could have the wonderful ceremony with all of the traditions and everything else, and it just sucks that we can't. Damn it, COVID! Damn it! So.
Well, I've already written my speech, and he has a couple of Knight's Gifts going out to him, so we are keeping the traditions alive for you.
Yay, thank you so much. And I know Shadow Dragons is going to be in a week or two. How do you move Nocturnus? Oh, I was gonna say I can do that. She taught me how to do that. All
Well,
right. Any more
Thanks for
questions?
doing your thing. I appreciate it.